Welcome back to the Victory Education Lounge. I'm your host, Maurice, and today we're continuing our deep dive into the hidden epidemic of insulin resistance. If you haven't watched part 1, I highly recommend checking it out after this video. Before we begin, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell. Your support helps us continue providing valuable content. In part 1, we covered the basics of insulin resistance and its widespread impact. Today, we're going to explore why everyone should know about this condition and how it affects various aspects of our health. Let's dive in. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to gain weight easily, while others can eat whatever they want and stay slim? This could be due to a condition called insulin resistance. Today, we're going to unravel the mystery behind this prevalent health problem that's often referred to as the silent epidemic. Insulin resistance is a condition where your body's cells don't respond properly to insulin, a hormone that helps regulate your blood sugar levels. When this resistance happens, your body needs more insulin to get the same job done. This can lead to higher levels of insulin in your bloodstream, causing a variety of health issues. Insulin resistance is shockingly common. Some studies suggest that nearly 9 out of 10 adults in the United States have some degree of it. But here's the catch. Many people don't even know they have it. That's why it's often referred to as a silent epidemic. It can quietly wreak havoc on your body for years without causing obvious symptoms. This condition is a critical piece of the puzzle behind many health problems. It's not just about diabetes, even though insulin resistance is a major risk factor for type 2 diabetes. It's also linked to heart disease, certain cancers, and Alzheimer's disease, among other health problems. But why should we all be aware of insulin resistance? Because understanding it can be a game changer for our health. It can help us understand why we struggle with weight loss, why we feel tired after meals, or why we have certain skin conditions. It can also empower us to make lifestyle changes that can potentially reverse insulin resistance and improve our overall health. So let's not underestimate the power of knowledge. Even though insulin resistance is a silent epidemic, it doesn't have to be a hidden one. By understanding it, we can take proactive steps towards better health. Now that we understand what insulin resistance is, let's delve into why everyone should be aware of it. Insulin resistance isn't just about diabetes, it's linked to a number of serious health issues. The fact is, when our bodies can't effectively use insulin to regulate blood sugar levels, it can trigger a cascade of problems that affect our whole system. First up, heart disease. When insulin resistance kicks in, it can lead to high blood pressure, increased triglycerides, and lower levels of HDL, the so-called good cholesterol. These factors can significantly up your risk of heart disease and stroke. It's a sobering fact that people with insulin resistance can face up to 2.5 times higher risk of developing heart failure. Next, we've got cancer. Yes, you heard it right. Insulin resistance has been linked to an increased risk of several types of cancer, including breast, colon, and prostate. It's still early days in this research, but the links are becoming clearer and more concerning. Then there's Alzheimer's disease. Some researchers are even calling it type 3 diabetes due to its connection with insulin resistance in the brain. The brain needs glucose for energy, and insulin plays a key role in delivering it. When insulin resistance happens, it can disrupt this process, potentially leading to cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. And it's not just the big diseases. Insulin resistance can affect your skin too. Conditions like acanthosis nigricans, which causes dark, velvety patches on the skin, and skin tags are often signs of insulin resistance. So as we can see, insulin resistance is a lot more than just a precursor to diabetes. It's a condition that can have wide-ranging impacts on our health. It's linked to heart disease, certain cancers, Alzheimer's disease, skin conditions, and more. But here's the crucial point. While it's common, it's not inevitable. With the right lifestyle changes, we can improve insulin sensitivity and potentially reverse the course of insulin resistance. As we can see, insulin resistance affects more than just our blood sugar levels. It's a silent epidemic with profound implications for our health. But knowledge is power. Understanding the impact of insulin resistance is the first step in taking control of our health and charting a path to wellness. Ever wondered why losing weight can feel like an uphill battle? Insulin resistance might be to blame. Let's break this down. When we consume food, our bodies break it down into glucose, which is a type of sugar that our cells use for energy. Insulin, a hormone produced by the pancreas, acts like a key, unlocking our cells to let the glucose in. But in the case of insulin resistance, our cells become desensitized to insulin. They struggle to open up even in the presence of insulin. This can lead to an excess of glucose in our bloodstream, which our body then stores as fat. Now you might think, okay, but I'm exercising and eating healthily. Why am I not losing weight? This is where insulin resistance throws in a curveball. You see, insulin is not just a key, it's a storage hormone. When your body is resistant to insulin, even healthy foods can lead to weight gain because the surplus glucose is being stored as fat rather than being used as energy. And speaking of energy, let's talk about how insulin resistance affects it. When our cells are resistant to insulin, they're not able to utilize glucose efficiently for energy. This can lead to feelings of fatigue, particularly after meals. You might find yourself feeling drained, even when you've had plenty of rest. Imagine your body is a car and glucose is the fuel. Insulin resistance is like having a faulty fuel pump. Even if there's plenty of fuel, it's not being properly delivered to the engine, leaving you feeling sluggish and tired. So, if you've been struggling with weight loss or constantly feeling low on energy despite eating well and exercising regularly, insulin resistance could be the culprit. It's a silent yet pervasive issue that affects countless individuals, many of whom don't even realize they have it. Understanding insulin resistance can be a game changer when it comes to managing your weight and energy. Did you know that insulin resistance can also affect your mood and mental health? That's right, the impact of insulin resistance isn't just limited to physical health. It can significantly influence our mental well-being as well. When we talk about insulin resistance, we often focus on its role in managing blood sugar levels and its association with conditions like diabetes and heart disease. However, a growing body of research suggests a strong link between insulin resistance and mental health disorders, specifically depression and anxiety. So how does insulin resistance affect our mental health? The answer lies in the complex interplay between insulin resistance, brain chemistry, and inflammation. When the body becomes resistant to insulin, it disrupts the normal functioning of glucose in our brains. You see, our brains rely heavily on glucose for energy. When insulin can't do its job properly, it affects the brain's ability to use glucose efficiently, leading to potential cognitive deficits. Moreover, insulin resistance is associated with increased inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation, as we know, is linked to a range of health issues, including mental health disorders. In fact, research shows that people with depression and anxiety often exhibit higher levels of inflammation. Insulin resistance can also influence the levels of various neurotransmitters in the brain, including serotonin and dopamine, which play crucial roles in regulating mood. Imbalances in these neurotransmitters can result in mood disorders, including depression and anxiety. Furthermore, studies have found that people with insulin resistance are more likely to develop depression and anxiety compared to those with normal insulin function. This suggests that insulin resistance could be a significant risk factor for these mental health disorders. It's important to note that these are complex conditions with multiple contributing factors, and insulin resistance is just one piece of the puzzle. However, understanding this connection can provide valuable insights into prevention and treatment strategies. It's clear that insulin resistance can have far-reaching effects on our mental health. The good news is, by managing insulin resistance, we may also be able to improve mental health outcomes. In our next segment, we'll delve into how insulin resistance can impact hormonal balances. Stay tuned. Insulin resistance isn't just about blood sugar, it can also throw our hormones out of whack. Let's dive into how this happens. In women, insulin resistance often goes hand in hand with polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS, a condition that can lead to irregular menstrual cycles, acne, and even infertility. This connection is due to the fact that insulin resistance increases levels of insulin in the blood, which in turn can trigger an overproduction of male hormones, causing the symptoms of PCOS. Now let's talk about men. In men, insulin resistance can result in lower testosterone levels. Testosterone is critical for muscle mass, bone density, and sexual health. When insulin levels are too high, it can impair the body's ability to produce testosterone, leading to a myriad of health issues. It's truly astounding how insulin resistance can affect so many aspects of our health. Now, for some good news, insulin resistance is often reversible with the right lifestyle changes. This means you can regain control and potentially reverse the course of insulin resistance. It's not about drastic measures, but rather sustainable, long-term adjustments. For instance, a balanced diet rich in whole foods, lean proteins, healthy fats, and low in processed sugars can significantly improve your body's insulin sensitivity. Regular physical activity too plays a crucial role. By engaging in consistent exercise, you're helping your body use insulin more efficiently, which can lead to improved insulin sensitivity over time. Remember, it's not about perfection, but consistency. Even small steps towards a healthier lifestyle can make a big difference in managing insulin resistance. So don't be discouraged if progress seems slow. Keep going, and remember, every step counts. Remember, knowledge is power. Understanding insulin resistance is the first step towards taking control of your health. In conclusion, insulin resistance is a widespread issue that affects nearly every system in our body. By understanding its impact and taking steps to improve our insulin sensitivity, we can significantly reduce our risk of numerous chronic diseases and improve our overall health and well-being. Thank you for joining us in the Victory Education Lounge. Together, we're building a healthier, more informed community. Don't forget to leave a comment below sharing your thoughts or experiences with insulin resistance. Your story could help others on their health journey. Disclaimer: the information in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Any health-related decisions should be discussed with a licensed physician. Always consult with a healthcare professional before making changes to your diet or exercise routine. Stay curious, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.